Hello, collective. How you doing? Hope you're all well. When I started the channel, I wanted to do things a little different, try to bring an artist's perspective to my readings. And I was thinking about clay, the main material I use, and how that could relate to you. So today I wanted to tie together like how we're here as humans, how we were created, and why we're here to watch tarot. And I did a little homework. Whenever I use materials, I go back to the origin as far as I can, learn as much as I can about the materials. And I remembered while doing it, after a couple articles reminded me really, that many religions of the world believe that humans were fashioned from clay. So that's a pretty big deal. I mean, clay has a lot of integrity. It's mostly a material that just comes from the earth, from all over the world, different colors, different feels. I think a lot of us come to watch tarot because of some kind of trauma that happened in our life, and we're looking for some kind of comfort, some kind of knowledge, answers, and we find them in tarot. At least I do. And all you have to do is read any comment section, and you'll see that people hurting people all the time, and the associated pain with it can be a very heavy burden for people. It's always a good idea to seek professional help if that's what you need, if that seems right for you. Some of us just want to find answers on our own and possibly heal ourselves. I think most of us here believe in higher powers, magic even. Both readings and clay can help with that. We do often hear from readers that going into nature helps get us grounded, taking salt baths, talking to a trusted friend. But less often do we hear about making art as a form of healing. Music, reading, dancing are all excellent ways to calm ourselves and get grounded. I chose clay and found that the tactile qualities, the act of kneading, here's some here, the act of kneading, shaping, smoothing, then painting. It's really very calming, soothing. I mean, pretty much anybody can do it. In fact, everybody can do it. I usually leave some out when people come to visit, kids and grown-ups. And a lot of them try it, and a lot of them love it. And some are surprised at the cool stuff they come up with. You can find clay any art store, online, of course. I use mostly this polymer clay just because of the convenience of it. It's very clean, easy to work with, carry it around. You don't need a lot of tools with sculpting. I mean, I just use a couple basics. My favorites are like just an X-Acto knife, basic tools like this maybe. Want to get fancy. Then of course, if you want to paint them, I use mostly either gessos, like black and white gesso, and I use the acrylic polymer paint. Very strong, dries very matte, and it has a nice even finish. So back to the idea of us being formed from clay. Let me just read you a couple things I found real quick. According to Hindu mythology, the mother of Ganesh, Parvati, made Ganesh from clay and turned the clay into flesh and blood. According to Genesis 2:7, quote, "And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul," end quote. According to the Quran, God created man from clay. The Maori people believe that Tan Mahata, god of the forest, created the first woman out of clay and breathed life into her. Something I thought was pretty funny in a way is modern mythology or superheroes. The superheroine, Wonder Woman, was sculpted from clay by her mother, Hippolyta, and given life by the Greek gods. And even science has come to believe that clay may have been used, I'll read it to you, from Science Daily said, a new study suggests clay may have been the birthplace of life on Earth. So what they're saying is that the makeup of clay somehow held in different chemicals, biochemicals, that made life possible. I'll try to remember to post a link here for you. It was very interesting. Okay, so I think I'll clear this off. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section or send me an email. I'm trying to keep this short, so I'm going to roll some dice, start out with some 3D pieces, and then go to some cards. I'm back, ready to roll the dice, see what we get for the collective. Wait a minute, let's see what this thing is. Oh, okay. I chose the Lovers as a piece just for something to look at, while we're rolling the dice here. If you haven't been here, how this works is we roll the dice. That's 68, and the 3 means it's in reverse. With the square dice, the odd numbers are reverse, the even numbers are upright. I'm going to write it down. 68 reverse. Second one. Four upright. Third piece. 36 upright. That's good. At least we got a couple uprights going here. I have no idea what this means. I don't know the numbers, how they correlate to the pieces in the boxes, because the pieces in the boxes are put there randomly. We have 2 in reverse. Wonder if I could see what that is from here. Nope, can't see. It's a little too far away. So the pieces are all kept in boxes, put in there randomly. Then when I put them back after this reading, they'll be put back randomly again, different order. Then we have the dice, so randomness is the word. I'm not going to count that. One more time. How many do we need? 2 more. One more piece. What messages can we get for the collective today? We have what? 0 upright, which is fine because there is a 0. Just like in regular tarot, there's a 0 and there's 0 is the Fool. Now we have 2 zeros, 1 0. We had this double odd 0 at least 3 times during this roll here. I don't know what that means. Okay, I'll get the pieces, clear the table, and we'll get on with the reading. Okay, here are the pieces that correspond to the rolling of the dice. Because I had that long intro, I'm going to try to keep this on the short side. It's actually a pretty clear reading. I did forget something though. Shit. These cups are both in reverse. Unfortunately. The whole thing would have changed dramatically if they were in the upright. So, we'll go one by one. But first, let me just, we'll go one by one. First one, we start here, is the 7 of Cups, Scorpio, Venus. It's about ignoring your intuition in matters of love and sex because it's in reverse. It's about going too far and not even caring about the consequences. This causes a lot of hurt, of course. And this is something that runs through the reading. The next piece, the one in the middle, with the blue boat with it's like a mother and two children leaving, nighttime. That's the Six of Swords, Aquarius, Mercury. A lot of times people say this is a card about leaving in the night, sneaking away. But there's a lot of reading about this. This could be somebody traveling, somebody who is in the middle of a transition, a liminal state. I love that word, liminal. I learned it by studying tarot. But nevertheless, it's swords, and the general feeling that most readers give it, and I feel the same way, is that it has a little negative connotation to it. But the good side would be that there's some kind of change going on, but we're in the middle of it. We're not the beginning, and we're not the end. And the next piece is the Four of Swords, more swords. There's a guy laying down in another boat. Funny how there's so much water here, even besides the two pieces that are cups, because this is the Nine of Cups in the back. And we have the Seven of Cups up front. Then we have two boats. And the queen, all queens, she's the Queen of Swords in the back. All queens are mixed with water. Water, in this case it's water and air. So there's a lot of water which relates to love. So this is basically a love reading. The Four of Swords, we all seen that before. Someone usually laying in a bed with four swords over them. They look like they're sleeping. It's about taking a time out, a break from something, resting, probably from too many things that are stressing us out. Hopefully we'll learn something that'll lead us out of this state. We'll use this time to learn, to understand what's going on, and that'll help us to heal. The next one in the back here is the Nine of Cups. But it's in reverse again with that little R that I put there. That's Pisces, Jupiter. Jupiter is usually a sign of luck, fortune, good fortune. And has a very social vibe to it, either in the upright or in reverse. In the upright, it means we have everything we could want. It's almost like we're openly celebrating with other people, maybe sharing our good fortune. But in reverse, it can mean we're being smug, showing off. It can also be about bad luck or having too much of a good thing and not appreciating it in the right way. Yeah. And the last piece there, the woman with the sword in her head, that's her crown. That's the Queen of Swords. We all know the Queen of Swords, don't we? I mean, she's infamous in the tarot. She can be a widow, she can be a divorcee. She's a tough lady. They say she's intelligent and strategic. It's swords, so it's about communication, and she's supposed to be good with communication. She is a queen after all. But she can go too far with that, be very harsh. Not somebody you would go to for nurturing like the other queens. So I would say like a quick read of them as a scenario, a storyline, what's going on here. There's been some kind of painful event, most likely in love, in an area of our lives that has to do with our emotions at least. Both people could have been part of this. They say it always takes two. But one person seems to be hurt by it while the other is being smug, not caring, maybe even showing off, maybe on social media they're showing what a great time they're having. Who knows, people are weird sometimes and hurtful. On the opposite end, they could be hiding, not telling you anything, which is another, low vibe thing people do a lot these days. Ghosting, swipe left, swipe right. And I don't see any pieces here suggesting apologies or trying to fix things. And that's mostly because there's no pieces that talk about that. Plus, we end on the Queen of Swords, also known as Queen Bitch. So it's hard to find a bright spot in this right now. But I think we should pull a couple cards. Maybe we'll get that. I think we'll today, because this is, to me, obviously about love, we'll pull a couple cards from this Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. I always shuffle, but I'll do a couple more. Well, it's kind of small here, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get these in here. These pieces take up a lot of room. Kind of long. A couple of them kind of longer than some, on the longer size of compared to the rest of the collection. As I do this, looking at the piece, I notice how the cups are very colorful, much brighter than the swords. Pretty much they're all monochromatic, but different colors, but they're all monochromatic: blue, red, gold. I didn't really think about that consciously at the time, not in a big way anyway. Okay, what do we get here? Let's try to go for a popper. We don't reverses here with these cards. Like one card, one or two cards. Guess we got one. Let's get one more. What's that mean? Knocking over the 9 of Cups. Maybe that card means something about that. Who knows? Crazier shit happens. That's what I love about tarot. One more card, Spirit, for the collective. Whoever this is, whoever can relate to this. Okay. Got 2 more, so we'll put them all out. Wow. Yeah, look at that. Separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Jeez, that's what we have here, isn't it? Move the camera down. Then we got the next card out was let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. The last piece is deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Damn, we talked about these things. Pretty much everything these cards are saying is what we've been talking about. I'm afraid it's not good news like I was hoping to get, but an affirmation is a good thing. We got to know what's going on, where we stand. I'm going to try one more time. Let's see if we can get some of that feels a little more positive. You take one card from the Moonology deck. This is Yasmin Boland. Great set here. I love this. Separation. Let your friends help, because there's been some deception here. Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I think the big job of tarot in general is confirmation. We know what's going on. You know what's going on better than me. You know who's who here. You know it's been on your mind. So hopefully this will help you think about things, and also know that you're not alone. This is a collective reading. Okay, we're looking for one card from the Moonology deck for the collective people who resonate with this reading. or at least parts of it. I mean, it's a lot of messages going on, but make it a little piece here or there, and then tie it into other things happening in your life. Music, things you read, signposts, crazy places, things that you got to keep your eyes open though. Okay, one card, please. One card for the collective. Some good advice. Wow, okay. That really flew. Well, this is good. You know, it's funny, we got this yesterday, I think. This was for, I'm pretty sure this was for the fire sign collective. A win-win outcome is forecast. It's kind of perfect, isn't it? Who knows? There's a lot of reasons people should be together and they shouldn't be together. But ideally, everybody in the end is treated decently, or at least get something out of it, learn lessons, and help them with their next relationships. Who knows? I mean, so many things. This is Libra. Gotta find it in the book. Okay, getting there. Here it is. I'll show you. You can take a screenshot if you want. This is the part I'm going to read. The full moon in Libra, the sign of partnership, of falling in love, and of closely relating to someone else. Since full moons are about climaxes and conclusions, this card suggests you're either about to start a new relationship or that an important existing relationship is changing somehow, perhaps coming to an end or moving to a new level of commitment. It's important to remember that people come to us for a reason, and sometimes just for a season. If a relationship is ending now, it's doing so at the right time, so try not to fight it. This card can also refer to a professional relationship. There's a sense that you need to balance your ego with someone else's needs. A win-win outcome is possible with give and take. Doing so might be the answer to your question. Attune to the moon. Let go of that which is falling away. Additional meanings for this card. See the other person through the eyes of love. It will change your perspective. Sounds hard, but I think it works. I would even send positive vibes to the other person, even if they treat you like crap. It's time for you to make a firm decision. Time for you to focus on yourself for a while. It's like the Four of Swords. Look after yourself, but avoid vanity. We have some vanity in here with the cups in reverse. Look after yourself, but avoid vanity. Now is a great time for a makeover. Well, that's a funny message to end with, isn't it? But getting in shape, buying clothes, resting, have a little fun though. You can have fun with a makeover. Maybe bring your friend around with you when you go shopping. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for coming. Come back again. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Love you all.